Okie dokie, we're doing this again, another video. This refinement process, nobody's really paying attention yet to any of these videos, so I guess that's okay. Um, what's happening here is I'm testing out, this is going to be the thumbnail that will go with the video, and that's the size that it should be, so I can draw up these little things. So continuing with the idea of adequate technology, okay? What people don't seem to understand, or at least what I don't understand that people don't understand, is language is a technology, basically. It doesn't require tool making, but you are actually using tools when you use words and move them around. And then, of course, with written language and the rest of it, one step further, uh, you actually have what could be called a technology. And I am now just piecing together one of these pages that I do. It's going to take me about probably a few days to get up to speed. I'm just going to do a bunch of these videos, right? Um, and I don't know if I'm going to take them down or whatever, but they're like placekeepers. This is the evolution of Augmiworld, which is a channel. And I'm a clumsy creature. What my problem is, and this has always been my problem, is what I'm good at, I'm okay at. And what I'm kind of trying to do, usually it becomes kind of clumsy. So obviously these videos are clumsy so far, right? But I like comics and comic art. So part of what we're doing with the adequate technology thing, I'll just run through this really quick. Adequate technology, let's put the term 1975 up here really quick. In 1975, what happened, Exxon, and it couldn't have been just Exxon, became very aware of the issue of climate change being influenced by carbon and other things, right? They became aware of that. And so there's been an agenda since 1975 to distract most of us from that fact that they know about while they did other things, okay? Now, when I'm talking about scheduling a difference and adequate technology, I'm thinking to myself that once upon a time, what was going on in 1975 was completely adequate to run a global economy, right? Um, they were able to run a global economy uh, with what was happening in 1975. And I actually believe that if we were willing to be patient and were willing to kind of go to a Pony Express kind of way of looking at things, we could have a very functional, scheduled economy at about the level of 1975 technology as people and not really suffer for it. So when you have an agenda as entrenched as what's happening now, and with what's happening to at least the United States, which sits mostly here, um, you're dealing with kind of this. They have their own agenda, right? They've had it since 1975. They're not going to give up on the power and the rest of it. Now we might as well call it now kind of Google, IBM, and Exxon, right? And this is where International Business Machines is very closely related to AT&T and other things. So we have this global thing going on with energy, communications, and the rest of it. But we do have mobile devices at our disposal that are hooked into the internet. It doesn't matter if they're surveillance devices, right? It really doesn't matter. We already know we're under surveillance, right? Okay, big deal. The issue is scheduling behavior uh, on the simple level. It's so silly. All of this is so vulnerable to advertising, right? Advertising is a very big deal. Um, so scheduling behavior without too many fireworks on what amounts to our mobile devices, on a simple level of causing something to trend every week would be significant, right? Cause it to trend. So I am interested in simplifying to a level of what we could call adequate technology, what amounts to a functional relationship. And it could go, it could be at about the level of 1975 if you were willing to do that. We had phones, televisions, all kinds of things going on in 1975. If you take what's available with this technology and are as patient as we used to be back then, you could literally schedule with 52 weeks in the year, 24 hours in the day, perhaps every week, cause something to trend. And I'm aiming for 1% of these devices at least once a year, maybe 52 times a year is a little bit too much to ask, but if 1% of the world's population who's involved in this kind of discourse were to trend or create a trend every week revolving around what amounts to climate change prep, that would be wonderful. Now, I am going to take this and make it the thumbnail for my for this video. The purpose of this video actually is to see if the sound improved, because I did something with the sound and I want to see if it improved. Okay, that's it. Oh, excuse me, Juan, don't be too bored. These will get slightly more exciting, I hope, with each passing video. Okay, let's see. There that is. How many minutes? 7 minutes and 39 seconds. That's so exciting. Okay, thank you.